So if you want to have a look at the screen there, guys. So here's the plan. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see in the white box, we have an AMRAP. So AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible. It's going to be half kneeling press on the right-hand side. So that means you're going to have your weight on your right arm, you're going to have your right knee on the floor, and you're going to do 30 reps overhead press. You're then going to switch to the left, and you're going to do the same amount on the left. We're then going to bring our chair into play, and we're going to go single arm row, 30 on the right, 30 on the left. And then we're going to go windmills, 30 on the right side, 30 on the left. And then it's bicep curls, 30 right and 30 left. And that is the main meat of the session. And we're going to be working down through that list, back to the top, down through that list, back to the top, down through that list, continuously for 40 minutes. Now, on the left-hand side, you will see every 5 minutes, you must complete 20 burpees. So I've got my timer underneath, and after 5 minutes, that's going to beep. And when it beeps, you're going to do 20 burpees. As soon as you finish your 20 burpees, you just pick up where you left off with the main list of exercises. All right. Then after a further 3 minutes, we'll have taken 8 minutes, we'll be 8 minutes into the session, and it'll beep again. And then we have 20 half man makers. So that's a lunge into a squat. You have 20 of them to do. And once you've completed those 20, we pick back up where we left off with the main course of the session. And then after the man makers 8 minute is done, it'll go back to our 5 minute countdown for burpees again. So every 5 minutes, you're going to have to do 20 burpees, and every 8 minutes, you're going to have to do 20 half man makers. All right. So when you're not doing burpees or man makers, you're going to be working on the main course of the session. If that doesn't make sense, shout at me and ask me a question, and I'll answer it for you. And if it does make sense, if you could just very quickly mute yourself on the screen, just so we don't end up with anyone doing heavy breathing other than me, because I like hearing my own breathing. No, it's just creepy. And we'll get into our warm-up. All right, so let's get into our warm-up. We're going to start moving with our lunges. So we're keeping our feet on separate rails. Big stride forward, drop the knee to the floor, back up and change. Big stride forward, drop the knee to the floor, back up and change. That's it. Take your time, work your way through, bringing the body up to speed, mobilizing the ankles, the knees, the hips, and then getting those abs firing as well. Getting a nice stretch on the hip flexor at the bottom as well, because we're keeping our upper body nice and upright, and we're maintaining a nice width on our feet. Okay, so from there, we're going to go into bodyweight squats. Just pushing the hips back and down, gradually increasing the range of movement as we go, keeping those knees pushed out to a V. The toes are also turned out, so the knees and hips are dropping and the knees are tracking in the same direction the toes are pointing. You're utilizing the whole sole of that foot. Okay, so next time you're at the bottom, I want you to stop, push the knees out with your elbows, hook your fingers under your toes, and Russian baby makers, hips nice and high for 3 with the fingers under the toes, and then hips nice and low, keeping those knees pushed out for 3 seconds or so. So 3 high, 3 low. And when we're at the top, I like to just shift the weight left and right and get a nice stretch on one side more than the other. Just mobilizing the hips, hamstrings, lower back, and just dialing in that squat tech. So it's simple enough exercises today, but it's just going to be a little bit harder because the lungs are going to be busting from the likes of the burpees and the man makers. Okay, so now I want you down onto your backs. You're going to be lying back, soles of the feet on the floor, knees are bent, driving the hips up into the sky, bridging. That's it. Driving through those heels. Hamstrings and glutes are the force, getting your hips nice and high. And then if you can get one leg off the floor for a few reps, and then after about 3 reps or so, change to the other side and just work between left and right. And if you need to use both feet, that's fine, as long as we're getting full range of movement, getting those hips up to speed. And then the last time, we're going to go for a few reps with both heels down. And then legs out nice and straight, arms out crucifix, raise one leg up, across, and then back and down and change. Other leg up and across, down and change. And we're just repping out cross-body kicks, but we're maintaining contact with our shoulder blades on the floor at all times. It's just trying to get as much of a rotation as we can on the spine, increasing the range of movement a little bit at a time. Okay, and then very slowly up we come, back to our feet, and we're going to go back to our lunges. Again, feet are on opposite rails, taking our time. So you'll notice that the main portion of the workout today is upper body oriented. That's because lower body really got a beating on Monday. Today's Wednesday, yep. And just wanted to really start focusing more on the upper body just for today. Now you're gonna get the legs in there with the man makers and the burpees, but not from a mad resistance point of view, more from an endurance and a cardio point of view. Okay, so have your water nearby. Get your kettlebell. There it is. I thought someone stole my kettlebell. It's just someone was being tidy and they decided to move it for me. All right. So get your space set and then we'll get into our session. So you work at your own pace. Everything is 30 unless you hear the beeps. When you hear the beep, it's 20 burpees first, and then after 3 minutes after that, it'll be man makers. So that'll just really ramp that heart rate up. So if you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, we'll get some tunes going, and then we will start into the session. All right, that's not the one we want. That's happy music. We want angry training music. Let me just get this working. There we go. All right. Okay. We're starting in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So it's going to be half kneeling overhead press on the right side. We're looking for 30 reps. Keeping everything locked in place. Isolating that shoulder. Keeping those abs tight. Full range of movement. That means elbow meets the ribs with every rep. 30 reps means you're going to have to take some form of a breather throughout the set. It's going to be a tough one. Stay with it. I'd rather you work slower with more focus on technique than fast and half-assed technique. Remember, we squeeze our abs in order to maintain that stability. 7 more. Ooh, that shoulder already burning. It's only 30 reps in. This is gonna be a fun one. Take your time, work the exercise and the technique, correct range of movement. Whew. As soon as you finish your overhead press, you're into your single arm row. And with the single arm row, you're really trying to target that lat. So momentum is not needed or wanted. focus with the row is always on the lat. That's that big wing of muscle. It's really important that you visualize the muscle as it works. And remember, muscles can never push, they can only pull. Your body pushes as the muscles contract and pull your frame into position. Keep those abs tight. Woo. Now, I may have drunk a lot of coffee this morning, hence the plan for today. So we're 1 minute and 2 seconds away from 30 or 20 burpees. Put them into my windmills.
What you want, I got what you need. Shout it what you want, I got what you need. Shout it what you want, I got what you need. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. All the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. For my to Bentley coupes and Rolexes. Kicked the out the room and gave her no breakfast. Had to stash the jewels. These is so reckless.
So in 15 seconds, you're going to hear the beep. And that means drop tools and do 20 burpees. And then pick up exactly where you left off. Right, burpees, 20, let's go. I got 22 windmills done. I got to finish my windmills when I got my burpees done.
Chanel croc bag ain't even out with the gold chains. Himalayan Birkin coat, lead it out. Pack, I hit him up and talk color money. Purple yen and blue Durham, I got brown lira. I ain't talking about Ross, I'm the on banquet. That means I'm all the way up. And you can stay up. P.O. said I can't get high. Hopped in the helicopter, Uber and said, go all the way up. What you need, for the game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleep. You got feet 12 like a 12 beat. Got bottles, got.
All right, so I finished my 20 burpees. I'm trying to get straight back in where I left off. And that was on my 20-second windmill. Oh. Oh, wow. That is so much tougher when your breathing is up. Whew. So we're 1 minute away. 20 half man makers now. Fun, fun. Seconds away. 19. Half man maker, let's go. Lunge it, squat it. And it's gotta be 20 reps. Oh, 10 down. 10 to go. Already walking like a duck. Whew. Wow. It's like a light switch. Oh. 1 minute you're able, and the next minute, switch, you're in struggling. Okay, half mile makers are done. I'm back to where I left off, and we're 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from Burpee Town. Okay, so I've completed 1 full round, and I'm going back to the top, half kneeling, overhead press. Wow, quads are tight. Short break. Dial in the technique. Reset. Let's go again. Oh, wow. 7 more. Minute 40. And then we're into burpees again. Oh, I never did my bicep curls. Oh no, not full round. That's an example of the blood not being where it's supposed to be. So I'll go into my biceps after I've done my half kneelings. I have a feeling I'll get interrupted by burpees. Woo. Wow. 15 seconds. Then it's burpees. Three, burpees. Let's go. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to go into my bicep curls because I missed them out because I'm an idiot, basically. Minute and a half away from our man makers. Wow, you really got a lighter belt for that one. Woo. Oh man. 14. Oh man, bicep is just shot already. Oh. Okay, what's that? 18. Come on, half man makers. Let's go. Lunge it, squat it. I'll break into fives. Woo! Getting sweaty now. Three and a half away from our burpees. Oh man. Okay, where was I? Bicep curls. Lovely. So with my bicep curls, I don't want to swing my body into it. I don't want to swing my arm into it. That's why I'm doing smaller sets, because they're tiring, number one, but also more focused. Woo. 2.5 minutes for burpees. You got this. Oh man. Okay. That's the right side done. Ow. Let's get the left. Okay. 6 seems to be the magic number with bicep curls. Times 5. Oh, wow. Minute and a half away from Burpee Town. You're over the halfway mark in the session. Who knew bicep curls could be so tiring? Wow. 50 seconds, 5-0. Six more, come on. Oh, we have 10 seconds away. Burpee Town in 5, 3. Let's go burpees. Woo. Minute 45, and it's the half heat man maker. Till then, back to, oh, what am I on? Single arm row. Oh, I can't breathe. We're inside the last 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes. That almost sounds patronizing. So bicep is a secondary muscle group being used in the row. And my lat is fresh enough but the bicep is failing. And that's why I gotta take breathers on the single arm row now. Only as strong as your weakest link. Oh. $18 seconds, and then it's half man makers. Half man makers, let's go. We got our 20 man makers, and then we're picking up where we left off on your AMRAP, and you're inside the last 12.5 minutes. Keep working, guys. Oh, this is burning now. Burn! Ay, ay, ay. Largest muscle groups. Burns the most calories. Keep moving. Woo! I hope it doesn't get to that horrible point where the man makers lead straight into the burpees, because we're that slow. I'm tired. 310. $11 minutes left in the session. Sorry, 13 minutes left in the session. Lungs, lungs, lungs. Okay. Windmills. 220 to the burpees. Scratching my nose is tiring at this stage. The benefits of the windmill. Don't ask me that question. It takes too long. There are so many benefits. Oh wow. When it's done right. So many positives from the windmill. We're 20 seconds away, now 15 from burpees. And don't drop a bell on your toe like I did. Oh. 3 burpees. So put my hair in a ponytail or something. 2 minutes, 12 seconds. All these burpees are getting so draining. Short breaks needed. Emphasis on short. Wow. Compared to the first set of burpees, that set was taking 30 seconds longer. We're 1 minute away from man maker. Gotta take a breather. Oh, wow. Woo. We got 10 seconds, and then we're throwing man makers. Haven't moved off the spot yet. My heart rate's not getting any lower than 150. Let's go, man makers. Break it before. Oh. Keep the knees pushed out. On the squat. Oh, wow. Woo. That's one. Oh. 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and then we're gonna do burpees to finish it all off. Woo! OCD is getting the better of me. I'm going to try and even this out in the last minute and 20. Oh. 50 away from a 20 burpee finisher. Oh, we are having fun. We are almost home. Some of you are at home. Five seconds, and we're into our finisher of 20 burpees. Let's go. 20 reps to the finish line. Oh, man. As soon as you get your 20 burpees done, rest. Woo! All the way home. Nice work, guys. Excellent. Finish strong. Oh, man. Sweat in the eyes. Excellent work. Okay. So we're going to get some stretches. Passive hang to start. We're also going to use that to bring the heart rate down. So get your feet nice and wide, soft knees. Stick that butt out the back. In through nose, out through mouth. Drop the hands to the floor. Stay down there in that position. Control that breathing. The task here is to suppress that heavy breathing and bring it under control. Now, it'll take a couple of minutes for the breathing to down fully, but you want to tail it back where you can control it. That's it. And as you're exhaling, you're letting all those joints loosen out. You're letting your body just hang. You're not tensing up anywhere. It's nice and relaxed and passive. Okay, from there, we're now going to go into a lunge. Left knee down, right knee up, 2 hands on knee, and tip that knee forward. Again, exhale, relax shoulder blades, fall forward, sink forward, and you're emphasizing the stretch on that left hip flexor. So think hip flexor, top of thigh, across belt line, into lower abs. And again, more relaxed, the more we relax and rest our shoulders and let them sink, the heavier your upper body becomes, the more you sink into that stretch. And then also relax that butt cheek on the exhale. Okay, and let's switch other side. You definitely earned your burpee and man maker stripes today. The whole idea behind it was we were trying to get the heart rate up early enough in the session and then work on the muscular aspect while the heart rate is up. Exhale, relax, relax, relax through that hip, that butt cheek. Control the breathing. That's great work today, guys. Well done. Okay, very slowly out of that stretch, up you come. Big breath in. Exhale when you're up tall. And that's your lot, guys. Hump day. We're over it. Well done.